Welcome, creators, and thanks for stopping by. This is Big, Shifting This Atmosphere with Cindy. I'm hoping if you were led to this channel, you are seeking simple, practical ways to protect your sanity and emotions while we travel through the twilight zone to get our democracy and ourselves back on track. In this playlist, we will discuss the strategy and techniques that will prove useful in navigating through this life. Feel free to share these strategies and techniques with your friends and most of all your families, particularly young children, teens, and young adults. Just like you, they aren't being taught these techniques to be happy. This is part 1 in a part 2 series of the strategy and techniques you will find very useful and practical. Let's talk about the strategy. The strategy is to walk through this life knowing who you are, your preferences, and being in peace while you manage the storms of life. Trust me, they will come. Few go through life without chaos and storms. How many people you know, including yourself, that are dealing with grief, the loss of a job or income, facing a homeless situation, a divorce? You get the picture. In this playlist, we will deal with techniques to help you along the way. Now, use the shopping cart method. When you visit a grocery or department store, there are thousands, if not millions, of products on the shelves. You don't take all of them, do you? No. You just take what you need or what you came for, head to the checkout stand, and pay for them. Here, there is no payment due. Here, we're just asking you to take what you need and leave the rest on the shelf. Easy peasy. All right, let's continue. Let's start with self-awareness. Start with the person in the mirror. Self-awareness is about noticing your emotional shifts, your thoughts, your patterns. It's not judgment, it's clarity. It's clarity. You know what's moving inside you, you can choose how to move through the world. And when you know what you don't want, identifying what you do want is a little easier. One of the ways you can get clarification is through meditation. You'll be led to activities and hobbies you never thought were in you. We'll talk about meditation another time because it is a powerful tool all by itself. Okay, let's move to positive thinking. This isn't about pretending everything's perfect. No way. It's about training your mind to look for the next step, the next light, the next solution. Your thoughts shape your atmosphere. So when you shift your thinking, you shift your reality. Take it one step further. When faced with something bigger than you, like an addiction, a court case, a sickness, and you choose to focus on it, actually, you tie your spirit team's hands when they've already got the solution in hand. You may not see it, but trust and believe they do. I remember as a young mother faced with losing my first teaching job due to a credential issue. I didn't know it then, but I felt that was not my problem. I remember looking up at God and saying in no uncertain terms, God, this is a you problem. I'm moving ahead with the things that are in my power. But this isn't. Let me know when you're done handling it. I know you got it all under control. And prior to losing that job, though, my team was leading me to get into foster care. I don't know why, but I did. And guess what? He did handle it. I went through the next 3 years as a foster parent, and we never skipped a beat on our bills and other financial responsibilities. At the same time, we helped children who were in need. From that point on, I realized that I wasn't losing a job. My spirit team was leading me to something else. The second time this happened to me, I was able to say, after hitting the floor for about 30 seconds, Lord, this isn't my problem. I think I want to go get my real estate license. Lord, this ain't my problem. I think I want to go get my real estate license. And I did. But when God and his crew had finished what they were going to do, I was asking, what? It's time to get back to work already? Man, I was just getting started. You bet I was happy and grateful. Now I have confidence that God is on the move all the time. This brings us to the practice of gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a frequency. When you focus on what's working, what's beautiful, what's still standing, you attract more of it. Gratitude is how we water the roots of joy, even in the middle of a storm. Take a look at the chaos around you. Now, look at the things you can be thankful for. Can you buy bottles of water when you want? Are you struggling for food? And if so, are you taking a look at your resources? WIC, food stamps, food banks, and others? When you go outside, can you look at the air you're breathing and be thankful you have the lungs to breathe it? Look at your family. Do they have a reasonable portion of their health and strength? Do you have a car? Maybe you can't fuel it the way you like right now. Maybe you can't get it repaired until payday. But you have an operable vehicle. Being appreciative of these things tend to bring more appreciation for the things that are on its way. This is a little trick to remember. When you are appreciative of what you have, you'll be more appreciative of the things to come. Keep that gratitude alive and nurture it. It takes practice. So practice looking at the glass as half full and picturing it as half empty. This is a good place to start. Be happy even when you are broke. Watch the defeat of having little or no money lose its sting. Don't make having happy a condition of being happy. You will watch your funds suddenly seem to stretch, and you can't even explain it. Don't try to. It's the gift of gratitude. Let's move on to building resilience. Life will test you. In other words, you will come across situations that will test your very soul. A lover may betray you. A friend may betray you with your lover or spouse. You may have an illness. You have no clue what's causing it, and neither do the doctors. A child may get locked up in prison for no good reason. A teacher may fail you in college, knowing damn well you deserve an A. But to be despiteful, he or she just gives you a B+. I'm sure that most of you can fill in the blank. Those are not threats. At least one of them will touch your life or the life of someone you know. But your power isn't in avoiding a test. It's in how you respond. It's in how you respond. Let me give you a bit of background here. This will make you go, So use the shopping cart method on this one for sure. Before we arrive on Earth, we have made arrangements, let's use that term for now, to come to Earth for the experience. The details are in that arrangement between you and your spirit guides. And if I'm understanding correctly, you can't get out of it. Ugh. So if you agreed to come down and cross over or die as a young child due to some tragedy or something, you can't say, oh, wait, I want back seats. It doesn't happen that way. No, it doesn't work that way. I'm curious to know why my little sister came into our lives for 6 weeks and decided to get ghosts. She bounced. She crossed over due to crib death. My mom told me shortly after she passed that the spirit told her before she got pregnant that she will have a baby, but it wasn't going to be hers. Strange. It seems I've been in touch with her since I was 19 years old. She passed away when I was 11. If I haven't already said it, let me say that this channel is for entertainment purposes only. Now, getting back to the experience. Now, if you are the average thinking person, you know that Earth isn't the only planet in this enormous universe. I've come to know, or at least suspect, that somewhere out there is my forever home. It's like I've come to Earth for a bit of a vacation, more like a roller coaster ride. On Earth, whatever goes, it's crazy. So we come for the experience. Unfortunately, some of us will experience sexual abuse, child abuse, or our children may be abused. We may come to shake up the world for a purpose. Oh boy, you name it. Anything goes. The only thing you will be able to rely on throughout this experience is your emotions. And this is what we fail to learn more about. Please, don't write to me about how wrong I am. Remember, shopping cart method? I'm still finding my way as well. Okay, moving to discuss resilience. Resilience is the art of rewriting your story. If you were in a car accident and lost your leg, how may that be working out in your favor? If you were born deaf, how are you turning those lemons into lemonade? Are you able to obtain a service dog or a cat that you simply adore? You get to decide what this chapter means for You finish the story the way you like. Pay attention to your thoughts. They are an indication of how your story is unfolding, and you can make adjustments along the way. Just pay attention. They indicate how well you are doing on your journey. You get to finish the story all by yourself. We'll talk about the power of thought in another podcast. Thank you for listening through to the end. You can help this channel grow by subscribing and by sharing your own images or creations of an upcoming world you have imagined. If it resonates with the theme, we'll honor it in the appropriate playlist. Let's create our world moving forward together.